Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this Monday morning, June the 11th. Got a great day lined up, and we'll get started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. High today will be 91, low tonight 78. Water temperature down to 82 degrees, and boy, that rain we've had over the weekend, this past week and all, have been really good. If you notice how everything's sort of greening up, and go look in your backyard. Of course, I know the grass is going to grow a little bit faster, but overall, when everything's said and done, we need this rain really bad, and a lot of, you can see just green popping out all over the place. Really beautiful, beautiful piece of nature there. Let's take a look at our Carl Vernon marine forecast, the tidal chart for today. We're looking at the 11th. Now, folks, we're in neap tides this week. You know, last week we had the luxury of all these strong tides, but today we only have about a 0.4 range. It's going to be high this morning right after the show at 7:05 and low tonight at 8:56. But you see, next 3 or 4, in fact, this whole week up until Friday or Saturday. And Friday and Saturday we're going to get back into strong tides, so that's excellent for the weekend. Okay, so that's some strong tides there. And of course, it's all controlled by the moon. And each Monday we like to talk about our moon phases, different moon phases, and we're right at a half moon right now tonight. If you're out there looking, today's 11th, and right at a half moon. It's waning on out for the rest of this week, and next week we'll start a new moon and start building back up. So we're about halfway through the moon phases right there. And one thing, I was talking to Jim Dooley. I don't know if y'all know Jim Dooley. He's a DJ on 95.1, and known Jim a while. He's from Bluntstown originally, and he still loves to fish Chipola River. He called me the other day, and we're talking about moon phases and a tidal surge and how it affects so much in salt water. But he fishes up in the Chipola between Weewalt and Bluntstown, and he was asking me, he said it goes dead about 1 hour exactly after the Apalachicola tide moves in. He can time it 1 hour where he has that lull in the tide, 1 hour difference up there. It just shuts off on the Chipola. But we talked a long time about our theories and what causes it and all, and we don't. I really don't think that far up in the Chipola River, way past Weewalt, getting close to Bluntstown, that the tidal flow would have an effect, but it may. And we'll talk to some experts and all, but if any of you old timers have a theory on it, give me a call and I'll talk to you about it. It's just one of the little things that fishermen think about while they're fishing. When the fish stop biting, they say, I wonder why they stop biting. And Jim Dooley was talking about that. You've been there, I know. All right, let's take our first break and we'll be right back.
Your vision is precious. If an emergency arises, you don't want to be sitting in a hospital waiting room. Accidents and injuries can happen outside of your workday. That's why our team of physicians provide emergency eye care to our patients anytime, day or night. You can count on your local experts in eye care to be there for you whenever you need us. The Eye Center of North Florida.
9 doctors, 1 vision, yours.
At Panhandle Educators, we offer full-service banking.
We're 5-star rated.
A safe place for your money.
Find us anytime, anywhere.
Or come see us on Highway 77 north of the mall. On the east side, across from Rutherford High School.
Come see us at the beach on R. Jackson Boulevard.
We're here in Southport on Highway 77.
Live or work in Bay, Holmes, Jackson, or Washington County? You can be a member.
Join us. We'll take care of you.
The letter X. It's one tough letter, and the only one that stands for something. It's the mark of the unknown factor, the spot of the buried treasure, the model of rugged beauty. But what really sets it apart is its power to multiply everything.
Sweet old Bob says see and save on all Exmark products today at Soul Tracker.
We are so lucky to live in North Florida. We have some of the best fresh and saltwater fishing in the world. My biggest problem is not catching fish, but trying to decide what kind of fish I want to catch. No matter what I'm after, I always stop at Sunjammers Water Sports first. They have just what I need: rods and reels, line, tackle, and most important, live bait. Yes, sir, we sure are lucky.
All Welcome back, folks. Glad you're with us this morning. I want to say a special good morning to Bobby Jones from Panama City Beach. Got to meet Bobby. Well, you don't like to meet people in the hospital. Got to meet him in the hospital. My mom fell and broke her hip last week, and I spent a lot of time in the hospital and get to see a lot of folks and all. And lady saw me walking down the hall, and her husband recognized me, and they watch our show every morning. So Bob, I hope you're doing well this morning. I know you're back home now, and appreciate you watching the show and enjoy meeting you, enjoy talking to you. And I know his biggest concern is missing this red snapper season, but hopefully he'll be back on his feet soon and get some of those red snapper before the season goes out. I've got so many good reports on red snapper. And speaking of doing things, Jeff and I was just here talking before the show about vacation. Jeff's getting ready for his vacation, and I know summertime is vacation, and a lot of people take it in June or first week. I know when I was a kid, my dad always took off the first week of August. That was the hottest time, and he was outdoor. He worked in the outdoors and all. And we headed for the mountains. And my brother and I were little, and he couldn't wait to. We'd jump in the car and drive all the way up to the Smoky Mountains and spend a week up there. And he said, I can still hear him saying when we got in the car, "We're going to cool off, boys." And it was a big deal back then because it was so hot, and with him working outside and all. And my brother always kidded about us being cool when we got up there. We were cool guys. But anyway, vacations. Jeff's taking off and pretty soon, and we're going to. And I want to encourage you. I know you do a lot of family stuff on vacations, and you know we do this talking about Pokio, Panhandle Outdoor Kids enjoying the outdoors, and you be sure and take some time off this summer, if it's just a weekend. But hopefully you get to get out of town and relax a while and have a great vacation. Okay, now. Let's do this one first. This reward. I'm going to do this for a while now. The person who stole a 9.9 Suzuki motor from Bayhead up there at Deer Point Lake, a $1,000 reward called the Bay County Sheriff's Office. It's a 9.9 almost new Suzuki motor stolen from some of our viewers up there. Good folks and all. We just hated to see stolen off the boat. Now, isn't that amazing? People do that kind of stuff. But I've heard of several break-ins and other things too. In fact, Jeff, let's do this one first. This is we leave it on the big. Jeff does a very good job keeping this camera going in and out. This is a four-wheeler that was stolen from one of our viewers, and his number. And he's offering a big reward too. If you have any idea who got this nice four-wheeler, broke into his gate, went up there. They had it cased out. They knew he was at work and all. And went up, broke in there. So. I hate to see those kind of things happening. Okay, now is our picture there? All right, we want to take a look at one of our snapper pictures. Ron McCamick sent this in. Actually, this was caught right before the season started. I just been late showing it, been tied up, but this was a good. This is size snapper these folks are getting. Some really strong snapper. Okay, now also I want to say we mentioned this last week about doing stuff in the summer, some different things. Right now, beginning of summer, late spring, is a good time to pick up sheds, deer antler sheds. They fall off this time of year. A lot of people like to collect those, and now's a good time to do it. If you want to do something with some young folks or something, just walk through the woods. Be careful of snakes. They're out now, but picking up sheds, you won't find the whole rack. Usually one piece will fall off, and then the other half will fall off later. But that's shed hung is becoming a popular thing now, and they're actually training dogs. I was talking about last week, training dogs to pick them up. So, and a lab would be good with their nose and all. Now, don't forget, triggerfish is out as of today. No more triggerfish. Now, here's an interesting email I got from FWC. Have you seen a mink? A mink, okay? If you've seen a mink, I'm going to show you a picture a little bit later. They actually have minks in Florida. I did not know this, but their size and their behavior, they're small, and they're really wary of people, so they're really hard to find. If you found one, if you see one, you get a picture, whatever, anyway, report the sighting to the FWC and let them know. They're starting an online database. It goes on to say they're near, in and around sources of water. They have a long, sleek body. Well, you know what a mink looks like. I'll show you that picture in a minute, but my wife thought we had one last week because one was coming in and out of the deck, and it was a big rat. What it was, but a lot of these field rats look sort of like a mink. But if you've seen one, report it at FWC. Also, the FWC is having if you're interested in bees and pollination, how things goes on, they're having a pollinators workshop, and I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. But all kinds of things going on this summer, and to take advantage of them. But if you've seen a mink, I've never had an all-points bulletin put out for a mink. They weigh from 10 to 30 pounds, and don't well, no, the otter is 10 to 30. These minks are a lot smaller, okay? All right, let's take our next break and we'll be right back.
Clay O'Neill's Land Clearing. When you need land clearing, pond digging, road building, or any type of excavation, Clay O'Neill's Land Clearing is fully equipped to handle it. If the job is big or small, he covers it all, serving the Florida Panhandle from Madison County to Escambia County. He's just a phone call away. Hey, thanks, Clay, for another job well done.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed, they build dairy feed, they make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Steel, the #1 selling brand of handheld outdoor power equipment in America.
Right now, dependable grass trimmers start at just $159.95.
For cleanup, hard-working Steel blowers start at $149.95.
Plus, double your limited warranty with your Steel product purchase.
Start easier, work smarter, finish faster with Steel, #1 in America.
We know Bob says see and save today and every day on all Steel outdoor products at Soul Tractor.
When you stop by Blue Water Outriggers, you will find everything for your outdoor adventure. Stock up on all your favorite brands and shop for some of the latest outdoor gear and accessories. You can also shop online and have your orders delivered straight to your home. Our flagship store is nestled right off of Highway 98 in the Port City Shopping Center, just steps away from the Port St. John Marina. You will love our selection, our prices, and our friendly service.
And we're back. Glad you're with us this morning. Talking about this mink now. We do have this picture. Now, here, if you're out in the woods or out fishing and all, this is what the mink looks like. Now, they're between 1 and 2.5 feet long. They weigh about 4 pounds. So they're small animals. They're like a dark chocolate. Look at it like a dark chocolate, almost a black. They're sometimes have a little patch of white or something, but don't get it confused with a skunk. Now, that's about a 3 or 4 pounder right there. Now, you know, otter and a weasel, they'll get up to 20 or 30 pounds. So the big old otters, I know you've seen those, but the little minks and all, you've seen them. Don't shoot them and skin them for your wife or the coat and all. Report it to the FWC. Now, each year talking about vacations, my good friend from Valdosta, Tony Bass, and his family always takes the first week of June and for their vacation. They always come down here to Cape San Blas and I always join up with them. I drive there one day so we can go fishing. And here's a trip now with Tony Bass, and we were fishing out of Cape San Blas, and he and his brother-in-law and myself on a good red snapper trip. All right, let's roll this. All right, we're down here at the state park on Cape San Blas. First thing I noticed how bad the grass is at the landing. Check all this grass out. Getting ready to put the boat in. All right, Panhandle Outdoors. Tony Bass.
Good morning, Winston.
Good morning. All the way from Valdosta. Brother-in-law Michael.
Morning.
All right. Tony, what's our game plan today?
We're gonna go catch our 6 snapper. And get lucky, maybe we can catch us some red grouper and whatever else is a bonus.
All right, all right. Hold on, Tony, what you got, buddy?
I don't know, he got me, I think.
Look at that rod bending. Beautiful rod. Let me get out of the way now. Let me hold on. We fishing out of Tony's boat, a 1976 rated white, in immaculate condition. Takes the waves well and catches fish well. Woo! Look at that. You need some help? You need a gaff? This is a, folks, this is a big snapper right here. Whoa! Don't let him get. Mike, you may need to help him. Yeah, we don't need to lose this one. Look at that snapper. Tony. Whoa! Look at that snapper. Woo!
Dang, yeah.
Tony, what a great job there, buddy.
Look at that. Where's that girl?
Yeah, we got to get a picture of this. Folks, this is what made the Gulf Coast famous. Panhandle Outdoor shirt. That's what I brought you good luck. All right, Tony. That is a red snapper, buddy.
That sucker is grown.
Did he pull good?
Oh, he pulled. Man, did he pull.
What a huge snapper. This is, I think we're in a good hole right here. We're going to try to unofficially weigh him.
Sure, he's 18 pounds.
18 pounder. 18 pound red. That's a nice one. Folks, you see.
Bigger than 18.
I think, yeah, that's those spring scales. I'd always add 2 pounds. We can call him a 20 pounder. Officially. Panhandle Outdoors call him a 20 pounder. One thing Tony does, this box right here, got all his rigs. These are all snapper rigs. All on the bottom, because this is the bottom rig. All made up, just all neatly done here. So we're going to be in good shape to lose the rig. We just clip these right back on. Staying right by our marker buoy. All right, Michael, got a beeliner.
Little feller. First one of the day.
First beeliner today. Good job. That's good eating right there.
Nice little feller.
All right, Tony. How are you fishing now?
Fishing with a jig.
You're jigging this one now. Got a good, on that same spot. You can see the buoy marker. Jig fishing. You see him?
Not bad.
Nice one. Nice one. Michael, I'm putting him.
You need me to move out of the way? Slide to the other side out of your way real quick. See if I can.
Fine, this is fine pretty good, Tony.
All right, we got Winston bowed up now.
This don't feel like a snapper, it feels like a shark.
That's what that big snapper felt like to me a while ago.
He's taking line, buddy. This might have been that tarpon I had on this week.
Come on, Winston.
I ain't making any progress. In fact, I'm losing. You can put it on hold. Just
hit that button again. I don't know. We got something down there.
I got something down there.
That's a big old.
It ain't red. Is it AJ?
I don't think so. I think it's a big. No, it's a king.
It's a king. It's a bonita.
A bonita.
A bonita. I need a bonita. I knew anything was fighting harder than a snapper. Oh man. That's what I didn't want. Woo! All right. All right, here we go. Let me get them off. These are hooked in the mouth. Yep. All right. Ah, one of the ways you're fishing, Tony, is jigging. Tony, show me. You're going to, first thing you're going to do is going to take that jig, you're going to tip it with a piece of squid. All right, real bright, okay.
Throw it to the front of the boat.
Oh, throw it way out there. Sort of. Going to drift back toward him. As it drifts back, start sinking, it'll.
A lot of times they've been hitting it on the way down.
Real bright color. And then all they're doing is jigging. Bringing it up, let it flutter back down. Bringing it up. All right, see, look at there. Right on cue. He must have knew how to. He must have been camera shy. All right, but that's how you're doing it, though. Say, old Tony's catching a lot of fish over here on the starboard side. On this one, 3 lining and a snapper. Snapper head on top of the water.
No word.
Snapper. That's nice. They fire good on the spinning outfit. Wait here to come on top of the water. I got another one on the spinner. What you got there, Michael?
I got another red snapper.
Another red snapper. We're throwing them back now, folks. But, we had a lot of fun with them. Michael bowed up on that spinning reel. Still by the same buoy.
Looks like it's going to be another red.
No way, another red snapper? We're way into the 30s. Easily. Beautiful fish. On a jig.
It would appear that
look at that jig.
Red snapper will take anything today. You throw it out there and they'll bite it. Doesn't really matter what it is.
I got a double hookup. Tony on up here. Michael on back here.
Come on, big group.
We just changed holes. Well, it looks the same.
Snapper.
Another snapper. A snapper on this hole. That's a nice snapper. Nice snapper.
Got a red grouper.
A red grouper.
Look at her.
That's what we call for. We needed one of them.
All right.
Nice one. Hold them up there.
Woo.
Nice red grouper, Tony.
Yeah.
All right. How's it feel, Tony?
Feels good.
There it goes.
An octopus.
Oh, an octopus. He just let go. An octopus. We caught a little bit of everything today. He just let go of it. I think I got him.
Did you see?
When you think of a successful hunting season, two things come to mind: Browning and C&G Sporting Goods. Browning is the best there is, and C&G Sporting Goods is your factory direct, full-line Browning dealer. C&G stocks Browning guns, camo, knives, scopes, gun safes, bows, and much more, including hunting and fishing license. Look over the new Browning BAR camo short track and X-Bolt rifles. Why pay good money for anything less than a Browning? Browning and C&G, the best there is. Home of the experts.
When you have work to do, get it done with a Kubota. Kubota is the top choice for reliability, efficiency, and value. And right now, during Kubota Rewards, take advantage of 0 down and 0% APR for up to 60 months on new Kubota utility and ag tractors, tractor loader backhoes, and utility vehicles. It pays to own Orange. See your Kubota dealer today.
See and save on all Kubota tractors and equipment at Sowell Tractor today.
Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is Panama City's exclusive full-line dealership. Built on a 45-year foundation of trust and total customer satisfaction in all departments, including our huge pre-owned department, where we'll pay top dollar for your current automobile as a trade-in, or we'll place your vehicle on our lot and help you sell it. At Bill Kramer Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. 4 decades, 3 generations, 1 tradition.
Sunrise to sunset. A walk through nature takes you on a journey of Florida's Emerald Coast. You'll encounter the wildlife, birds, lighthouses, indigenous to the beautiful land and seascapes of Florida. Set to the sounds of nature and enhanced with easy listening music. Only $14.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. NatureWalkDVD.com or send check or money order to the address on the screen. A walk through nature. Visually stunning.
Okay, welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed. That was a great trip. Always a lot of fun fishing with Tony Bass and his brother-in-law. All right, let's take a look at our Express Lane fishing game forecast for today. We're looking at our time this morning from 6:43 to 8:43. That's right here in the morning, an excellent time to go. And then this afternoon, this evening, still a lot of daylight at 7:04 to 9:04. Our day's getting longer, and really a lot of time left over when you get off work to go do something outdoors. Email here from Mike Bird. Let me read it to you real quick. This is something we all need to know. Mr. Chester, Michael Bird here in northwest Louisiana, wrote to you last year before heading down to the Cape, talking about water conditions. I remember the email, and he said, thank you, I got a quick question for you. Every year when we come down to the Cape at Indian Pass, I always buy a fishing license since I'll be surf fishing. Here, I always buy a hunting and fishing license, even though I don't hunt much more in Louisiana. I just support the wildlife and fisheries every year. my question to you, or actually to settle an argument, do you have to buy a license to just surf fish? And then it went on to say, thanks for your time and thanks for responding last year to my email. We'll be heading that way tomorrow night and hope to get some beach time in and enjoy watching Panhandle Outdoors. Thanks, Mike. Yes, you do have to have a license to fish to surf, Mike. And, you know, now the only time, you know, I have some license-free weekends and all, but the freshwater, if you still need a license on freshwater unless it's in your home county, you're fishing with a cane pole for the bank. So you know, best just go ahead and buy a license and be sure you have it. Now, speaking of June, I just looked up that email on the pollinated workshop. That's going to be June the 21st, and we're talking about bees and all the things bees do in the wild, and it's going to be June the 21st in Marianna at the Jackson County Extension Office. It's going to be there from 8:30 till 3:30. And Arlo Kane's going to run it. Arlo's been on the show before. Excellent. He's a FWC biologist and knows a lot about the wildlife. So that'd be a good day to spend if you're interested in the pollinators and what they do for nature and all. Okay. Now we're talking about some June things to do. I know if you watch the show much, you know I've always got sections of the year where I do certain things. And my June checklist, I try to get everything checked off before July, before it gets really hot. I know it's hot now, but June now, you want to start thinking about your food plots. We've been planting some dove field food plots. So June is an excellent time to plant your sorghum, your corn, your sunflowers. And so if you're having a big dove shoot, make sure you get that field planted in June. And later, we plant in the stages, but we'll do more later on. But we got started on already. One thing I'd like to do, all you folks have leases. You really want to get your camp cleaned up, get your gates fixed. I know I've got to put another gate in, little things like that. June is a good time to do it. I can do it because I've just gotten out of school and have a little bit of time, but on weekends you can be able to get it. A lot of times guys were telling me the other day they have a work party the second weekend of June to do a lot of that stuff. So another thing too, June, always want to start getting your scallop equipment ready. You know, that's a big deal. You want to check your mask, you want to check your snorkels, check your fins, check your bags. I know you probably got some big holes in the bags from all those scallops you got last year. Make sure all that stuff's ready, because when July 1st comes, you don't want to say, here, Daddy, my bag's got a hole in it or something like that. So make sure all that stuff's ready and go ahead and start getting ready for scallop season. Freshwater, talking about freshwater, guys, you want to, with this low water, of course a little high now from the rain, but great time of the year in June to go up in these sloughs and check for these deep hole, these pockets of where these fish are going to be when the water gets higher. Excellent time. You can check these sloughs, go back in there and just walk around sometimes. Beautiful walking up in those sloughs and all. And just check those little pockets of deep holes. That's where your big fish is going to be when you get back in. I've run out of time again, folks. I want to thank you all for watching the show. You have a great week. All kind of exciting things going on this week in outdoors. And meanwhile, today, on this Monday, you stop and do something good for somebody. God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.